Good morning. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. Welcome to LoveBabz, LoveTalk. Harry just gave me the cue and like go. So I'm going. It is Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. So my guest today at the 10 o'clock hour will be Pastor Elder Kevin C. Hardy at St. Matthew's UFWB Church here in New Haven. And he's my guest today because he's starting a reading group with um, the men in his congregation, a reading group. And their first book is going to be by Dondre Whitfield's book about the difference between men and boys or something to that effect. I'll give you the correct title in a minute. But he's my guest this morning at 9:50, so I'm excited to talk to him because I don't know of any men reading groups at churches. So this is a real plus. So I'm excited to. Oh yes, the book is entitled "Male versus Man" and defining that. So I'm excited to talk to him about this. Uh, so he will be on at 9:50. So in the meantime, whew, I'm telling you, I've been the last few nights I've been going to bed at like 9:30. Like 9:30 is like the latest. So it's only been like a couple of nights. Um, but I was at my pulmonary specialist yesterday, and uh, and she said the nurse practitioner woman and the doctor said, I'm averaging about 5 hours of sleep, which is up from what it was. But that I need to treat sleep like self-care and get 7 hours. So you need at least 3 REM sleeps to feel refreshed, to recharge your brain, all of that. So, sorry, I'm peppermints. I am a sucker for these things. So much so that my dentist was like, hold up eating these. Like, slow down. Because because they settle on parts of your teeth that the toothbrush doesn't reach. So I have to be very careful about eating so many of these if I want to keep my teeth, and I do. But anyway, I'm excited to talk to Pastor Hardy, and I'm excited to talk to Pastor Hardy to hear about this men's group because having a men's reading group is pretty cool and pretty progressive. So uh, I want to hear all about it. I want to hear about some of the books that they're going to read. Um, I think this is a great choice. Dondre Whitfield, I follow him on Instagram, and I know him from before he even no, not before, after he was on the Cosby Show, because we're about the same age. He might be a bit younger than me, but he did a play. He was in a play here at Long Wharf Theater many years ago when I was working for Terry, and I was trying to connect with him because Terry was like, see if you could catch up with him, have dinner or something, whatever. And I tried to do it, but my schedule, I didn't get back into New Haven until after the show, and it was late, so we just talked on the phone, and then I had to get back on the train and go right back out the next morning. So I never really got to see him. I only got to talk to him, and he still remembered this after all those years. That he remembered that I took the time to call him to check in and see how he was doing. So I thought that was pretty nice. I thought that was pretty nice. Pretty nice that he would remember after all this time, like after all this time and all the body of work. And he has one of the most beautiful women, most beautiful wives on the planet. Um, so Lynn, not Lynn Whitfield, but Her name is I think her name is Paula. Anyway, I have to find out. Mm, mm. So anyway, I've not followed up. I watched a little bit of the election last night at the 6:30 hour before I went to bed. So I really turned my TV off at 9 o'clock, and I went to sleep. My daughter, my oldest daughter Brianna, goes to work at she leaves here at 2:30 in the morning. So I just got up this morning at 2:30 just to walk her to the door, make sure she got in her car, and then I got right back in the bed and I went to sleep. And my youngest daughter Margot came home at she gets off at 6, so she got here. She must have got here at about quarter to 7, I guess, or 6:30, quarter to 7. And so that kind of woke me up, but not by much. And then I went right back to sleep. So I'm literally just getting back up. But I got 7 hours in this morning, which is really, really nice. Really, really nice. So anyway, I'm excited. Um, I don't know what the latest election numbers are because I have not checked in this morning. I have not turned my TV on. I am trying to get back into the habit of not turning my TV on in the morning. You would think because I'm on radio that I want the latest news of the day. And I think there's some truth to that, but I really don't use that information. So rather than do that, um, I would just, I would just rather not. So it just makes more sense for me to, I just kind of like not having the TV on. To me, not having the TV on in the morning is like not letting the world in the morning. You know what I mean? Like when I have the TV on, that means I've let the world in. And I'm feeling very protective of this morning time. So when I was a new spiritual director, I would use this time to do morning papers, morning journaling. And those of you who practice, whoever spiritual direction practice meaning you have a ritual that you do in the morning, or if you've followed the artist's way or any of those kinds of things, the mornings is when you set your intention for the day. So that's really I want to get back to setting the intention for the day. It's rather than just willy-nilly turning on the television. I really want to set the intention for my day. And a while back, what I would do is I had a gratitude journal and a prayer journal, and I would start my day um, and an intention journal. So I had three different kinds of things. So I would start my day with, this is what I'd like to see the day. This is what I like to give thanks for in the day. This is who I like to pray for. This is the prayer that I'm offering for the day. Sometimes it would be for people. Sometimes it would be for the world. Sometimes it would just be a simple thank you and a gratitude kind of thing for the day before, what happened in the day before, some upcoming thing or whatever. And I'd like to get back to that. That's why I have so many journals, because I was journaling in the morning. So I'd like to get back to either journaling in the morning or coloring in the morning, some kind of thing that sort of um, activates the creativity of the brain first. Or maybe I have a large, uh, um, you know how you find word search, the large print word search. I used to love those. Those are great for your brain too. So I think I'm gonna stack those by my bed, and of course books. If I stack anything else near my bed, it'll be a store. Like it'll be like its own little boutique. I have so much stuff on my nightstand, body butters, books, da 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 da, newspapers, things, and so anyway, I want to get back to being much more intentional about starting my day, and that begins with the night before, with going to bed in enough time to get sleep. And I'm not missing anything by going to bed early. And if there's something that I want to see, I can just record it. It's so easy. I could just hit the remote control from my bed and record whatever it is that I think I wanted to see at 10 o'clock or at 11 o'clock or whatever it is. And the news is such that if I miss the news at 11 o'clock, it comes back on at 2, it comes back on at 4, whatever, and then 5 and 6. So the news is on from 4 to like 7 in the morning. If I feel like I've missed some news, right? So, and I'm not really, because I can scroll through I have like news apps on my phone, so I'm not missing anything. So it sounds like I'm trying to talk myself into a behavior. I'm not trying to talk myself into a behavior. What I'm trying to do is talk myself into acting into my behavior, right? To act on act behaviorally, behave my way into what it is I want to do, and setting this intention, doing this gratitude journal, and doing a prayer journal. All those things that feed me and serve me, I'm gonna do. And so when I moved, I found so many stacks of my, and I had beautiful journals. I have very beautiful journals. So I found all the gratitude journals, and the gratitude journal started with Oprah, right? When she was doing this whole start a gratitude journal, name 5 things that you're grateful for. It started from there. You add more as you get stronger with understanding what you were doing. So I was so very excited about that. And so I was doing that. So I'm going to start doing that again. Yes. And uh I have to do something. Something is, I've lost the deaths of friends in these last year. I want to say year, the last 2 years of friends, um, has been almost devastating to me. Like and the last one of late, the 2 on election day, really is forcing me to think about what is it. Now, listen, I'm not so self-centered that these deaths are about me. No, but there is, uh, but death does give us a message that each passing of people is to remind us of of that we're not here infinitely, but we are here infinitely. Um, that we don't have much time, but that we have all the time in the world. It sounds paradoxical, I know, but this is the only way that I could sort of explain my point. Is that there is no such thing as squandering of time, although we like to say that people do squander time. I think people sort of move when they are ready to move, uh, and they move in the direction that they need to move when they're ready to move. And I think these deaths are here to remind us about being alive, if there is such a thing. If I can make sense of it all, you know. We're all going to die, all of us, each and every one of us. We're not going to live forever, but we do live forever. We do live forever in the legacy that we leave behind, in the things and the deeds that we've left behind, in the body of work that we left behind. Um, I think we do live forever in that regard. So I'm going to create this, recreate the practice of being much more intentional, much more present. I think I'm very present in my life. I do. I think I'm very present. Um, but I want to savor much more um, in my life. Savor. Do you know what it means to savor? I want to savor much, much more. I want to enjoy every bit of this life, even if it's hard and challenging and difficult. Oh, my manicure is beautiful. Courtesy of Sammy, flawlessly Sammy. Um, so I want to move in that direction. Savor this life. Savor. I just love that word so much. And I think death is supposed to remind us that things transition. I don't like to say end. Nothing never ends. Um, that it is to remind us that we transition. We don't fully understand the transitioning of life life into life. You know, we know life into death, and some people think that that is the ultimate end. I don't. I think death is the great transition from this realm to the next, and whatever that is. I have no idea what it is. No one has come back to tell us, or at least we've not paid attention enough for people to come back and tell us. Um, but that's how I shape things and imagine things, and that's how I'm shaping things and imagining things now, which I'm very excited about. Right? Like I'm very excited about that because it I don't want to say purposeful because I don't want people to think every moment of your day has to be purposeful. You have to be doing some giant thing. Um, there is something to be said for slowing down, sitting down, and resting. Like that is purposeful. Like you could get rest and be purposeful. It's not wasting time. That sometimes, oftentimes, most times, a lot of times, we all need to sit down and just sit and do nothing. Every moment of every day should not be filled, or it doesn't have to be filled with the doing of things. That's the point. That's the overarching point that I'm making. That we must take time to just watch the day go by. There's beauty in that. To watch life unfold. It gives me great joy to sit on my porch and just be, to watch the birds, watch the squirrels run up and down the daggone trees, watch the ants find their way into the plants, watch the flies buzz about, and those pesky mosquitoes, and the wasp and the bees, all looking for places to be. Like everybody's looking for places to be. And we all sort of do this beautiful, universal, cosmic dance around each other uh, for space. And it's a beautiful thing to see if you notice it, you know. And speaking of noticing and beauty, the porch is hosting another wedding Saturday at 1 o'clock. I'm so excited. I'm so excited and delighted that we are having another wedding on the porch, and I couldn't be more delighted. I just
I think Babs just fell off the stream. So you're listening to Love Babs Love Talk on WNHHLP 103.5 FM. I'm sure she'll be right back with us. We just lost her stream. Um, she was talking about actually hosting a wedding on Saturday. I wonder whose wedding she's hosting. I know I'm actually gonna be performing a ceremony myself soon. Um, my son should be getting married soon, so oh, here goes Babs. Let me leave you with her. Once again, you're listening to Love Babs Love Talk on WNHHLP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.
sorry, Harry. I knocked myself. I knocked myself out off air by accident. I got my new. I'm finally using my new laptop, Harry, and so I got it set up on my new stand. Oh God, Harry, this is not my life. I'm going
So
on and on about being intentional, and I knocked myself. I was moving. I was trying to move my little thing, and I hit the wrong thing. Like you use your little because I don't have a mouse, so I'm using my finger. Boom. So you click on the wrong thing, and that's it.
so whose wedding are you performing this Saturday?
I don't know them, Harry. A friend of mine called me up the other night and asked me what I am I doing weddings, and I said yes. So she said, "Well, I have these folks who are looking to get married. They're immigrants and they're trying to get married, and they were getting the runaround, because COVID, Harry, places are they're trying to get married in New Haven. So New Haven, the offices are shut down, so you have to make an appointment, and they want you to make an appointment online, Harry, but they have no way to do that. There's
You,
no vehicle by which you could do it. So she call. She sits online for an hour, then it hangs up on her. She sits online for an hour and a half. They go down there and they're told you can't get you have to print out your marriage certificate, and then we'll certify it, and then but you have to make an appointment. And she was like telling them. So they sent her to West Haven because New Haven is closed.
I know Lavos does it all the time there in their office. They marry people. Um,
Oh, do they?
yeah,
Who's is Norma a justice of the peace?
yeah, Norma. Actually, you get the full package there, right? So you could get married, and then they also do divorces there.
What? Wait, what? Jay can do that?
Yep,
I don't want to be in a divorce business, Harry, because I just feel like that's dangerous.
the whole package there, Lavos.
uh, I don't want to be in the divorce part, Harry. So I'm having another wedding, Harry. I'm excited. And I'm already thinking, what can I do for them? So I have a surprise, Harry. I don't think they listen to me, so I could tell it. So I've got somebody doing. I got somebody, a known photographer, a known person to shoot their wedding photos because they don't have a photographer, Harry. They're just like, well, we have our phones, which I'm not knocking that, Harry, because your phone can capture some great pictures,
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
right?
I mean, I'm gonna do my son's. Actually, I gotta take the 11th off
Of when?
this month.
Isn't that a holiday already?
Whoa, not for us.
Oh. It's Veterans Day.
Yeah, but we don't do Veterans Day at the radio. But we are gonna do it because I'm gonna take it off.
Where are you gonna marry him? At your house, at the park, at a
Um,
beautiful
we,
place?
we haven't figured that out yet. He hasn't decided, and it's
Well, if the weather is nice, it could be outside, Harry.
yeah, it's not gonna be. I'm sure it's not gonna be his choice. It's
Oh, that's right. I forget. Oh, that's right, Harry. It's about the bride.
that's right.
I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm all excited, like, ooh, do this, do this. He was like, I can't do that because he's just a groom. Grooms really don't have. I mean, some grooms do, Harry, but for the most part.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
Did you print out your certificate? Now, who did you get certified through? The Reverend Sun Moon? Because that you can get certified through them.
Actually, on I don't even know right now. I did it off of the New Haven Hall of Records site.
Oh,
So
I
they
didn't
have
know you
this
could do
little
that.
yeah, they have this little link there that you get ordained. But I'm already ordained by a
By
church.
Christ.
No, I'm already ordained by a church in Vegas. So
Harry, this story is getting crazier and crazier.
yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure if it's the Elvis is my leader or something at the church, but I am ordained, twice ordained.
So
Ordained.
now, are you going to dress up? Do you own a suit,
I do. I
Harry?
don't. I
I've
don't
never
wear
seen
it.
you in a suit. Are you going to wear one for the wedding?
I don't know, but I do have
Don't tell me you have a
the
collar.
collar, the Reverend collar.
No,
So I might do that instead.
I don't even have one of those, Harry. And I'm actually a minister.
And I have that thing, the one that goes over your shoulders that says minister and all that. I forgot what you call it.
Mm,
But I'm a legit minister, Babs.
I know you are. Me too.
From the Church of Elvis.
That's a damn good church, Harry.
Actually, let me not criticize it because cat that we renewed our vows in oh my god, the famous church in Vegas.
The little chapel, drive-by chapel, the little
Yeah,
chapel,
the Elvis church. What's it called?
the little chapel. Isn't it called the little chapel?
No, it's I don't know. Anyway, so we did a whole Elvis wedding. Um, I think it was for our 45th or 50th. I don't know. Harry doesn't know. 50th probably. And it was fun having you know Elvis Elvis lookalike. I shouldn't say Elvis. I didn't see Elvis.
Yeah, I'm.
The world
Harry,
is not flat, and
Harry,
Elvis is not alive.
Harry, there's a whole bunch of people
I
that
know
are on the hunt for Elvis still,
Elvis and Hitler lives in Venezuela or something like that,
and Michael Jackson.
and Tupac.
Yes, Tupac. I don't know if they added Prince yet. I haven't heard that, but
I don't know. I mean,
Harry, when
he
people
would
want
be a
to,
good one to add, though.
I think so. I would. If you're gonna round it out. I mean, if you're
Yeah,
gonna go straight ridiculous, might as well add Prince.
you might as well.
Harry, for our Facebook, when people want to watch this show live, they go to the WNHH Facebook page or the New Haven Independent Facebook page?
New Haven Independent
Okay.
is the best place to watch it,
Okay.
and then WNHH picks it up maybe 5 minutes after the fact.
Okay. Okay. Because Pastor Hardy is our guest in 10, 20 minutes. Because they
Yeah,
got
but the best place is always New Haven Independent.
okay. Okay. Okay, good. 'Cause I was telling her to go to WNHH page, but okay. Okay, good. So she can watch it. I don't know. People love to watch radio, Harry.
People just like to watch. They stop for any accident they see.
And this is a train wreck, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my God. So yeah, and I haven't watched any news. I was telling the listening audience, Harry, I'm giving up turning on the news in the morning. I don't enjoy the news in the. I don't enjoy. I just feel like I'm letting the world in too soon into my day when I turn the news on.
Well, there's nothing enjoyable about the news these days, so
No, there
we
isn't.
won't know anything probably till next week. Well, maybe Friday.
Maybe
Friday.
Friday. Whatever.
But we might finally be getting um the new James Bond with what's the actress's name?
Who's the new James Bond? They got a new one? Oh, they do have a new one, right?
Yeah, the young black actress. Oh, Lashana Lynch, I think her name is.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so she did a interview in what is it, the Bazaar magazine or something like that,
Uh-huh.
and so they're starting to put her out there. So she is going to be the new 007.
Oh, so people can start so
Yeah,
people can
so
start
people can actually. I
harassing
mean,
her.
it was rumored. Now it's official. And she, she was in. Did you see Captain Marvel from
Yes,
Avengers? She
yes,
was she was the best friend of Captain Marvel, the black pilot.
uh-huh.
So
Yes. She's, Harry, she's quite beautiful.
yeah,
She's striking.
yeah. I'm actually looking at pictures of her right now.
Me too, Harry. I was like, let me look that up real quick. I listen. I might have to go to the movies, Harry, or rent the movies just for me so I can watch her do her thing. I'm not kidding, Harry. This is a good time to be black in the movies, ain't it?
Well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna want to see this one. I got I stopped seeing the 007 stuff. I don't know, since a long time ago. I'm gonna say maybe 20 years ago. So because it did need, it needs a new face. It doesn't.
And you know what? It's time to get. You know what? It needs a new face, and it needs a completely new reboot, Harry, for this new millennium, right?
Yeah,
Like we've had enough of action-packed white men. You know, even if they would have made a white woman, I think that would have been cool too, right? Like if they can't go wrong going outside of white man, right? Like they could have chosen Asian cat. I would have been happy with that.
yeah,
So you know what I mean? Like it would have been all of a win for me. But I love that it's a sister, right? Like, and if it does well, she's gonna be the franchise for a minute.
yeah,
And black don't crack, Harry. So she could be like Cicely Tyson. She'd be like 90 years old, still be shaken, not stirred.
yeah. So I am looking forward to it. She looks good.
Yeah, Harry.
But I'm looking at her like in a dark outfit, like a spy. She looks good. She looks good. She she fits the part for me.
Considering that we don't really have anybody to go with on that one. So yeah, I think it's time for black women to be in these action movies, Harry. Like, who better than black women to kick some ass? That's why I think this is why I like. Did you ever watch Queen Sono? Did you watch Queen Sono, the South African series?
I tried to get into it. I couldn't get into it.
Try to get past what episode did you leave off at?
I think the second or third episode. The pastor's here. You want me to let him in?
No, not yet. Give me five. Tell me in about 5 minutes.
All right.
A few more minutes, and then we'll let him in. Um, I just you should try it again, Harry, because it's a good. It's good. It's good, and it gives you her backstory. It gives you her mother. It gives if you go back a little bit. It gets really. I enjoyed it very much. It's not a heavy lift either. I think she is really good. She looked good coming down them stairs in that flowy gown with them legs. I was like,
Oh no, definitely she looks good.
it's like definitely she's talented.
Yeah. It's just it's like when you recommended Love Country, right?
Okay, yeah.
It it just grabbed me right away. Love Country, Lovecraft, Love Country. It just grabbed
Mm.
me right away. This one didn't grab me right away.
Yeah, you gotta eat. You gotta ease into it. Did you watch the Queen's Gambit yet?
No.
Watch that too, Harry. You'll like that. You'll like it. It's you'll think it's gonna be one of these movies like God, is anybody gonna win? Right? Like, like is it just gonna be all like misery? It's not. It's not at all. It's really quite good. I really, really liked it. It reminded me of my youth a little bit when I was a chess prodigy when I was a
See,
kid.
with me, sometimes it does take going back and rewatching it 2 or 3 times. Sometimes, like
Yeah.
the show 24.
What
I
is
could,
that?
the show 24 with
Oh, with Sutherland.
yeah. All my friends were always, oh my God, did you see what's on 24? And I tried it twice and I couldn't get into it. The third time I tried it, I was hooked.
Okay, I got you.
You know?
That's yeah. That's yeah. I liked it right off the gate. I loved the fact that it was a whole day. Like if these people had to do this every single day, I imagine what a week would look like with these people.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I couldn't.
you'd be exhausted.
It lost me. The first few episodes, 24 lost me. I I don't know what it was the third time around that it just was like a drug after that. I just couldn't let it go.
If I was on that show, I'd be like, listen, just kill me because I just every day can't be like this. Every day I can't be fighting spies. I can't go home and be getting beat up in my house. I
Well,
can't be like under pressure.
I was disappointed. You saw they tried a reboot of 24
Yeah.
with the young guy who
Yeah, they did do a reboot of some sort,
yeah,
right?
with a young black guy.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
and I
It didn't do
enjoyed it.
well?
I enjoyed it.
Oh,
But I guess the audience couldn't get over,
Kiefer
what's his name?
Sutherland.
Keith Sutherland. It's
Yeah.
just,
It
but
might have been too soon.
probably,
Or
but
maybe they should have
it was
changed the
really good.
premise a little bit. Maybe change the premise. But they've done a lot of shows where they tried to reboot and it didn't take. I don't know what makes one show better than the other. And some shows, I think, Harry, they haven't given enough time to, right? Like they didn't give enough support to. I don't know. There's a couple of
For
shows that I
for
thought,
me, for me, if I'm not in love with the characters, the writing has to grab me.
okay,
And if the writing is strong, I'll fall in love with the characters as I go along.
yeah. That's
Um,
how I was with the little show at NBC where what was that show? What is it? And he was like a questionable spy, and the FBI was always chasing him, and then they used him to help them find other spies. That show was really good. Redfield or whatever it was. And it was his daughter or not his daughter or some whole mess. I forgot what show. Well, I can't think of the name of that show. It's still on, I think. You know.
I don't know, but and that's another thing. It's hard to invest time in TV shows for me until I see that they've been picked up for 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into a good show and then it get canceled,
Yeah.
after 8 episodes or something like that.
And that has happened, Harry. I've
Yeah.
seen some good shows. I'm like, man,
Yep.
like this they should at least make a show if they're gonna end it, like a wrap-up show.
Yeah.
Like don't end it and then we don't know what happens. Like give us a wrap-up,
Yeah.
like tie all the loose ends together. So
Yep.
all right. Do we want to yeah, we should let our guest in. And
You know what? Let me stay right there. I'm gonna play your intro song
okay.
because I want to stop the Facebook and restart it.
Okay.
All right.
So is he in the
Yeah,
is he
he's
in the,
in.
is
I'm
he
gonna
in the
let him
chat
in right
room?
now. I'm gonna
Okay.
let him in right now.
Okay.
Oh, wrong song.
That's not a bad song, Harry. I kind of like that. I kind of miss
But
it.
Facebook hates it.
Oh, all right. Well, no, then take it off.
They're being real strict.
Yeah, but not with terrorists though, Harry.
I know that. All right, I'm gonna let him in and then shut off.